Good morning, everyone. Hope you're well. This week seems to be flying by as usual, which is great. So our November event will be fast upon us before we know it. Excellent. So let's start the procedure, and here we go. And which morning, everyone. Hello, and yay! There we go. You're right.
Hey there, how you doing?
I'm very well, very good. There we go.
A bit worried you just described this as a procedure, Jason.
Say again?
You just described this as a procedure. It sounded like it was going to be painful.
No, sometimes it can be. I tell you, there have been times when this has gone wrong. There's been somebody starting another 10 at 10 live. There's one time somebody was 5 minutes late, and technology and all sorts of things go wrong sometimes. So I always kind of a deep breath. Anyway, please introduce yourself and tell us about Love Reigate. There we go. Put my teeth back in.
Yeah. Hi there. So I'm Julian Rowland. And I am the founder, the owner, the T-boy, the everything for Love Reigate. And Love Reigate is kind of, as you might tell by the title, kind of hyper local. But it's something I set up last year. It's all about encouraging people that live and work in the local area to support local independent businesses. You know, it's probably highly relevant now, more so than it's ever been before, you know, for people to do what they can to help put those businesses on the high street and off the high street that are run independently, so they don't have the deep pockets of some of the big nationals. And do you know what? There's some amazing businesses that I've discovered. You know, I've been around for a long time in the area, and I keep on finding all these new amazing businesses. Yeah. So it's trying to encourage people just to maybe think about where they're spending their money and maybe try and help keep it in the local economy, because Rygate's a lovely town and people want to keep it that way, and it draws people in. So that's kind of the main reason, I suppose, of what Love Reigate, what it's about, I suppose.
Cool, excellent. And whereabouts are you based? I can probably imagine where. And when did you set up your business?
So I am based slap bang in the middle of Rygate. Those of you that know Homesdale Road, where the station's on, you might walk past my house because it's the one with the Love Reigate banner out on the railings out front. But yeah, so I'm Central Rygate. And what was that? When did I set up?
Yeah, when did you set up your business?
Do you know what? It's we're coming up for a year old now, actually. So wow. It was kind of middle to end of November last year, so a bit of a crazy time. I think it was just before we were in some kind of tier and we went into some worse tier. So I think I launched just before the worst part of the year, the worst part of the pandemic. So timing wasn't great, but coming up for our birthday soon, which kind of, I mean, scary that time's gone so quickly. So yeah, I'm pretty it's been a really quick 11 months, I think.
Yeah, it's I don't know about you, but this year is just, I keep like, why we're in November next, this weekend, aren't we? And it's just crazy how this year is just, I can't remember summer. It feels weird. I don't know about everyone else. It just seems to have flown by.
Yeah, it's weird. I was out this morning for a run with my friend, and it was kind of like we were talking about stuff. It's like we've lost all concept of time, isn't it? You know, when did this happen? 2021? Was this 2020? I don't know. Yeah, the last 18 months, or probably coming on for 2 years. I don't even know. 18 months. Yeah, it's all a bit of a hodgepodge.
Feels a bit like sometimes, isn't it? Patrick Duffy in Dallas coming out of the shower. Well, it was all whatever. I think in 2020, I was like, yeah, this is going to be an amazing year. It sounds, the numbers and whatever, but fingers crossed for 2022. So what made you set up Love Reigate?
There were a number of things, but actually the main thing was I lost my job. So I say but my role got made redundant, and I was trying, that's always important to remember that it wasn't me, but when people get made redundant, it's not the person, it's, you know, it's the role. But yeah, so I got made redundant in June last year, and it was really tough to you know, at that time, to try and get another full-time job. You know, struggling. You know, lots of people were out there, you know, trying to do what they could do to get back on that hamster wheel. And you know what? It kind of gave me a bit of an opportunity to think, right, what? Whilst nobody else wants to employ me at that time, I thought, right, well, I could sit back and maybe get depressed about it or whatever. Or I could try and do something, try and do something myself. So I thought about the skills that I've got, which are in the sort of loyalty and rewards and customer retention space. And so I thought, right, okay, I've got the skills. Looking at the high street and seeing what was going on, you know, all these boarded up shops, and you know, kind of thinking, you know, what can we, you know, how could we do something just to encourage people a little bit more to, you know, to support local. So it was really a kind of an opportune moment. It's like, listen, I'm going to make this. Listen, there's nobody telling me I can or can't do it. I've always had a bit of a entrepreneurial flair, not flair, but you know, desire inside me. Always been a slave to the, you know, the corporate paycheck, so to speak. But once I'd lost that safety blanket, it was, well, there's no stopping me now. Listen, if I give it a go, what's the worst that can happen? And it just helped. It helped me focus on something as well, and building something and owning something at a time when, you know, if I hadn't done that, you know, might have been in a different place mentally and, you know, what have you. So it was just, listen, the time's right. Let's give it a go. I can use my skills. I can use my passion, my experience. I already been involved with the community and sort of charity fundraising and giving back. So I thought it felt like the perfect opportunity to try something different.
Fantastic. It's true what you say there, because, you know, equally myself and Rob had some circumstances, our jobs taken away from us. You know, Rob, it was a phone call the next day, and, you know, with myself, there was no position for, you know, the actual shop was not renewing the lease, so it wasn't about me, but also it was. And I think last year there was that dark, you know, we were both in a very kind of dark place. We'd sit here and think, God, you know, that whole, you know, going to work and, you know, the paycheck and everything, you know, it's a scary time. And I think there are a lot of people who either let it kind of, you know, take them down, or, you know, like you say, let's do something, let's make something positive. And there were a lot of businesses now that we work with that, you know, made their hobby, you know, into their career, and, you know, really fought on and to you know, follow their dreams, which is amazing as such, isn't it? So yeah. So how can businesses and customers get involved and know more about Love Reigate?
So from a business perspective, I'm encouraging, you know, people, anybody that has their own business that kind of serves the Rygate area. So obviously, you know, yourself and Rob, you're newly joined partners to Love Reigate. So it's kind of, you know, businesses that are in the local area, want to serve the local community, and are interested in hopefully an additional shop window, so to speak, that maybe Love Reigate can bring them. So I've got over about 90 businesses now that are partners, which is, you know, beyond what I would, you know, I didn't have any particular goals, but it's just amazing the number of businesses. But they are businesses on the high street and off the high street. So it's trying to, if they're keen to encourage, you know, more local people to shop with them, and either convert new customers or encourage their existing customers to maybe come a bit more frequently and spend a bit more, get in touch with me. And kind of sort of how it works with Love Reigate is there's two products, so to speak. One of them is a membership, so you might buy that for yourself or a loved one, or you and Rob could have your member card and a partner card. And it's basically, you're paying for a membership for 6 months or 12 months, and it's less than a £5 a month. Let's say you pay to join, but what it does is it unlocks special exclusive deals and rewards. So all of those 90 odd businesses, when you flash your Love Reigate card, membership card or key fob, or go online to their websites, you'll get access to like a promo code, and you basically get rewarded for shopping with them. It's a little thank you from those businesses. So yeah, those businesses need to, you know, agree to give something that my members wouldn't necessarily get. One thing also that I try and do with the membership is I give 5% of the membership fee, not the profit, but the membership fee that the customer would pay, and I give that to local charity as well. So I'm with LoveWorks at the moment, and because we're coming up to the year, I'm just about to put a vote out and ask people which charity they want us to support for the second year. So you pay your membership, some of it goes to charity, and then it rewards you for shopping locally. So that's the membership side. And then I also do a gift voucher. So bit like the good old days when you used to get like an R price gift voucher, or lots of businesses on the high street have gift vouchers. You know, I think you guys have gift vouchers, but it's it's a great gift idea for somebody that is local or likes shopping at a bit of independence, and it's a bit different from a John Lewis or an Amazon gift card. It's a bit more personal as well. The gift vouchers you could buy, and they make really good gifts for any kind of occasion. But then that person has a choice. There's just under 40 businesses there, so you've got a whole range of different shops and products and services that you could buy with your gift voucher. So those are the two bits, and businesses can join one or both of those. But yeah, I just encourage anybody that's a local business owner keen to find out more. Just get in touch, ping us a message, and you can take it from there.
It's as well, because probably people will say, well, why is Jason talking to Love Reigate? He lives in Dorking. And, equally back in the days before curated by Dapper&Suave, we were called Handpicked for Dorking. But also what that did for me was actually it kind of made people think that I was just taking Dorking businesses. And, there was a guy that's now on board that, people come from here, there and everywhere to come to our event. So hence we changed the name because it suited with lockdown. It was all, I was actually yesterday watching a video of, it was the coronavirus video, and it's all loads of people talking about their experiences. And I was talking about, what's Handpicked for Dorking going to do? And I thought, wow, look at it now. So, and what I wanted to say as well, which is, all the benefits there as well, is also we have members who are part of Love Reigate who are up at our event. So what that means is that when you come along to our next event, you're also, so I'll just name them. You've got Bats Hill Gin, Creative Pickle, Dapper&Suave, Nature Reclaimed, Coffee Flamingo, and Happy Paws and Claws. So if you have your Love Reigate card, you can actually use that at our events. So I think that's a really nice little thing, and they will all give you that discount if you flash the card, which is really great. And then carrying on with that, as you know, we have our International Men's Day, the Barnet sorry, not international, the Christmas market at the Barnet Solo, where we also have other people there as well. So the Barnet Solo, they're part of Love Reigate. So if you come along to shop, as in Solo, the shop, and also you've got Coffee Flamingo, Happy Paws and Claws, Nature Reclaimed, and Dapper&Suave there. So excellent discounts galore. So I think it's a really great, and also with your understanding of it, I love, because it's supporting those small businesses that aren't necessarily on the high street. So there we go. I think
what good company we keep, hey?
We do exactly, and it's great because I think, when I met you and you met, you understood what we were about, and what was great was, the people that work with you are top quality, businesses as well. So it's almost, you can tap me on the back, say, Jason, for an event, have you got such and such? Here we go, so it works in both ways, doesn't it? Community, not competition. Yeah. Are there any other towns that are involved as well? Is there Love Reigate? Is there any other loves at all at the moment?
There is. So I'm doing a partnership with somebody at the moment, and just coming up for about 3 months in Horsham. So love Horsham. Horsham is another amazing, town. Loads of shops there, loads of independents, and it kind of just felt right to. What we wanted to do was, I'm not saying that Love Reigate is, has proven itself yet. It's very, very early days, but at the same time, I wanted to try and test the concept where in another place, and I was lucky enough to partner up with somebody who shares the same values as me, similar to yourself and Rob. But so we thought, listen, we'll try it in Horsham. So we're going to see how Horsham goes, see how Rygate goes, and I think the good idea is that it's just slowly, hopefully slowly building a bit of a network of independents supporting independence.
Exactly. And also, that £5 that you pay a month is quite easy if you're going out for a coffee or you're in a shop. And I take it, if you're a Love Reigate member, does that mean that if you're in Horsham, you can use your card there, or is that separate?
No. So absolutely, that's part of the plan, is try and encourage that. So we're kind of we're slowly, but we're rolling that out. So the idea is, it's when when I go to Horsham, or when you go to Horsham, you're not going to, that local coffee shop looks nice. I'm not going to go to that, the chain that I know. That is everywhere. Let's go in there, and you know what? I'm going to get maybe they're going to give me a large latte for a regular, just a little treat. So that's the idea. But there's certainly, well, the area and where we are in this part of the world. There are lots of towns that are very proud and got lots of character and lots of independent businesses. So Love Horsham, we'll see how things go there, and as Love Reigate, grows as well. Kind of exciting future, I think.
Exactly, and I think as well, isn't it? It's almost lots of people, they talk about, I support local and blah blah blah. It's almost, well, put your money where your mouth is, and actually, join Love Reigate, and then actually when you're out and about and you're in Horsham or you're at Love Reigate, wow, I'm in this shop, I can get a discount, and then it starts to showing what you're doing, and as exactly what you just said there. I'm very much, if I'm going for a coffee, there are some coffee shops I won't set foot in or touch, because I'm still more about the local, and it's about the service instead of those chains. And that's just me. And I think probably in the last year, I've totally changed the way I shop, and I see things that people that exhibit with us and what more different they have to offer. And I buy into that pretty much. I think that's a really good thing to do. So, who would you say is your support network?
Do you know what? I'm really lucky. I've got a really broad support network, I'd say. So obviously, it's kind of my wife. Been great. She's helped me with lots of things. She was manning the stall at the first Love Reigate market for me. When I felt like I could do with 10 extra pairs of hands, and even then it wouldn't have been enough. So my wife and my friends as well, my family and friends have been supportive. And then, actually, the people that I've met, even from when I was starting to talk to people, local businesses about this, some of the people that I've met, the relationships I've met through other like-minded business owners have been really great. And, I'll name a couple just because they work really well with them. So Morgan from Crumbs Brewing. So Morgan and I are both members of the round table. So I've known Morgan for a long time and followed his and Elaine's growth of Crumbs. But it's great, Morgan and I co-did the market. It was we needed to do it together. It was a joint job, and that was brilliant. And then even people like Kerin from New Leaf, the zero waste business down, in Rygate, based down near Woodhatch, didn't know him, a year ago, so to speak. And then over that time, we've really been supportive. And again, at the market, he donned a Love Reigate polo shirt and was up and down the tunnel, handing out sweets and talking and flyers and drumming up business. And, you know, it's just people, you know, there are tons, honestly, there are tons of other people that have been supportive that I didn't know a year ago. And I think that's one of the things that I really love about what I'm about my job, you know, Love Reigate, is working with all these amazing people, and we're all kind of here to help each other out.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about.
That's so important. You know, just yesterday, there's a brand new clothes shop opening in Dorking, and the lady was like, you know, about meeting me, and I walked past yesterday, and we must have had a good old chat for about half an hour, and she's like, you know, all of the connections and whatever, and it was like, you know, that kind of thing. It's okay, you having a shop, but you still need to get out there and say hello to all the other businesses, and don't just sit there, you know. So it was really nice of that she kind of thought that I was this big wig that knew everyone as such. So but it was nice, you know, the social media training that we did in EcoB that went really well, and, you know, just adding those extra things for businesses. So yeah, I'll just say it was a really nice kind of thing yesterday with that. So what events are Love Reigate planning after the success of Love Reigate that you had in July?
Yeah, I did have to go into a dark room for about a month afterwards to recover from that. But no, yeah. So running up till Christmas, it's really busy.
Yeah.
There are two things that are going on. One of them is kind of with my round table hat on, so to speak. So this year I'm the chairman of the round table in Redhill and Rygate, and that's all about, you know, a group of locals, sort of networking men, trying to, you know, we meet together and have a good time, but we also do a lot of stuff at Christmas. And one of the big stuff we do at Christmas is you know, we're like that with Father Christmas. So we fly him into Priory Park, and he lands in a helicopter in the field at Rygate Priory School. So it's not a Love Reigate event per se, but sort of through my connections, we're gonna make it a Christmassy market with some of the partners, some Love Reigate stalls. So there'll be some fairground rides, there'll be mulled wine, food and drink, and some of the partners from Love Reigate there. Love Reigate might also have its own stall, but so that's one thing, and the important thing about that is that is all about raising money for charity, and which is sort of close to my heart. And every penny that the round table raised there, and kindly some of all the stall holders are coming there will be giving a sort of a donation from the sales that they make, and all of that money goes back throughout the following year to charities in RH1 and RH2. So that's one thing that I'm kind of doing with a round table and a Love Reigate hat on. But then so that's on the 4th of December, Saturday the 4th, and then the following Saturday, the 11th of December, we're having another Love Reigate market, and you guys are coming to come in there with your stall as well. So that's going to be on the 11th of December, and we're hosting that. We're kindly being hosted by Rygate Grange, which is the luxury residential care home, just on the way just before you get to Rygate Heath. So on the opposite side of the road, just before coming out of Rygate to you in Dorking, before the Black Horse. So they've got big grounds there, and we're going to take over all of the grounds at the front, and going to have the same type of feel as we had in summer. So live music. This time we're going to have some interactive dance displays from one of our partners that does sort of children's performances. Yeah. Food and drink, obviously arts and crafts, and, you know, with yourself and other people there. And we're going to finish up with some carol singing just as it's getting dark at the end of the day. So it's a busy few weeks, and I've got tons to do for that. But yeah, that's super. You know, I wanted to do another market after the feedback I got from the someone in the tunnel. So we're trying it in a different venue this time, but I think it will have a really Christmassy feel. I'm really looking forward to that as well. So yeah, lots to keep me busy. Not as, you know, I'm not an expert at events like you, so probably get any. I need to speak to you to get some more tips and advice on how to make it as smooth as possible. But that's kind of what I like to do as well, is to bring all the partners together and put on something where people just want to come and spend a bit of time and, you know, do a bit of browsing, a bit of Christmas shopping, and the odd cheeky mulled wine and what have you as well.
Yeah, and I think as well, isn't it? I mean, even with what we do, it's about bringing the community together in a way that, I mean, I think probably not last year when we had both of our events that we were able to go ahead in, you know, in sort of the lockdown and the tears, and we were very lucky. But it was such a great, I mean, it was amazing just because of the community being able to get out where we weren't able to, and you know, and it's great that we can all kind of do it again, and just yeah, a community vibe as well, isn't it? And just seeing other people. We have various things, what you've just said. We've got 28th of November, we've got the Christmas festival they do in Dorking, very much the same kind of thing, and it's a really good day because it's a family day as well. It's for you know, I'd say it's for everyone, and they used to have like the reindeer and all that there as well, and you know, it was really good fun. So it's really, and like I say, another thing going back to about the towns and whatever, it's like, you know, I believe in, you know, like community, not competition, as we talk about, that we can have Dorking and Rygate, and you know, yeah, we're having events in Rygate because the venue and everything, it's right for us, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm stuck to Dorking. So we might pop up in other venues if they're the right venues. So yeah, and as well, isn't it, it's getting people from Dorking to come to Rygate and Rygate to come to Dorking, because that's you know, that's what it should be, shouldn't it? The villages should sort of come together as such. So yeah,
I feel some more collaboration coming on, Jason.
Yeah. Yes, I love a collab. Yeah, big time, constantly. Oh wow, it was a really cool car, just little mini car, like old-fashioned car, just went past. Sorry, I'm sat in my window. It's very strange, you know, when the postman sees me, he thinks, God, what is that man doing, talking to himself in the window? Anyway, we have an ethos, as everyone knows, about customer service, about being friendly, creative, and unique. Is there an ethos, something that you have that you kind of work with?
I think for me, it's all about, and we were just talking about, it's all about collaboration. You know, this, you know, it's hopefully it's all about bringing people together, and that's one of the things that I've noticed with, you know, since I started doing Love Reigate, is hopefully not, you know, bringing together the businesses where we can all have a bit, you know, where we can all support each other, and you know, so it's definitely one of collaboration. You know, there have been two of my partners that joined right near day one, and actually I've got more examples of it, but where businesses are now they're working together. So Cody's Waffles and Cookie Delicious, you know, they're now working together, so you can get your cookie dough fix along with your Cody's Waffles. Now that's the kind of stuff that, you know, I'm not, you know, that I love to see. And whenever I'm chatting to partners or potential partners, it's kind of like, listen, have a look at, you know, I think when you and I met, it was kind of like, have a look at all the other businesses that are in Love Reigate, and if there's any ones of them that you think, oh, might be interested in, listen, you know, that I kind of see my role as trying to help bring those people together, and if something comes from it, it'll be great. And if those guys benefit from it, then hopefully it can only be good for everybody at the end of the day. So it's, you know, trying to collaborate. I mean, last Wednesday we had our first social, you know, so we had about 20 of us met in the Venture Inn in Rygate. One of our partners kindly hosted us, and it was just lovely. It was, you know, sometimes you go to events and people are there and they'll have a drink, and after half an hour or so, you know, they kind of slip off. You know, we were still there. I think John had to kick us out at the end of the evening for some of us that stayed till the end. But it was just a nice environment, and it wasn't forced or anything. But it was just people. You know, we did the old name badge thing purely just so that people could go, oh, actually, that's Jason. I'm keen to talk to him. But people were just going up and introducing themselves and having a good old chin wag. And it might have been about business, it might have not been about business, who knows, but it was just kind of like-minded people. So it's all about, for me, it's kind of like bringing like-minded people together. That's, I suppose, the ethos that to answer your question, what it's all about, and what kind of gets me going, if that makes sense.
And you know, that's something that I want to do next year, is kind of, as you said there, is getting because we've got such a big, businesses now of actually, I don't think it's trying a venue for everyone, but breaking it up so we can meet up with the artists and we can meet up with the cooking people, the food people or whatever, and just so that we can chat and ideas and bounce ideas off each other as well. And because also when you're at the event, people as well. And one thing that I don't want to see at November, and I think I'm having a Zoom chat tonight and passing information, is I don't want to see an empty stall without anyone behind it. And last event there was about 5 of them that did it, and I was like, oh, and then they wonder why they haven't sold anything. Well, if you walk into a shop and there's no assistant there, anyone to help you, you're going to walk out. So that's what I'm sort of trying to say to people. It's very important that they understand that as well. People buy from people, so that just need to get that across, which is important.
Yeah,
so what and there is and that's why, if that's the case, if guys want to chat, then we'll make a forum that we can do that if you want to go and talk to other stallholders, or go and talk to them, but don't, if there's 2 of you, don't go 2 of you over and leave an empty stall. It's just, I don't understand it. Me and Dapper&Suave, I'm constantly Rob going, go and have a chat, go and see you can get on board or whatever, but we both wouldn't go and leave our stall. And it's just that kind of thing of just getting out there so we can have those network chats. So all the guys, we will be talking next year in different forms. Somebody said to me the day, am I organising a Christmas party? And I thought, oh God, am I? No, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Just getting a venue in Dorking and we'll just come along and yeah, exactly. And it's good, isn't it? So what are your goals and dreams for the future for Love Reigate?
I think, got to be, if you're talking about dreams, it's it builds up. Rygate and Horsham prove themselves over time as we make some tweaks and find what the right model is to be able for it to work for members of the public and businesses, and get that happy sweet spot. And then why potentially, and with the partnership that I'm looking at with Horsham, we've already spoken about this, is this could be an amazing franchise type business if we get it right. Maybe some more testing in a couple of other locations near the local area, but then see. And then I certainly think I would love it if in X period of time we could nail down that model and go, right, okay, so that we could be saying, oh, Jason, you're a local and you're passionate about your town and your circumstances enable you. I think this could be a great opportunity for people that are proud of where they live and like to talk to people and are kind of connected, to be able to go, do you know what, I'll have the Love insert town name franchise, and I'll run that, and I'll build that out, and then it all becomes part of a kind of a, sounds dodgy, but when I say it out in my head, it sounds right, but like a love network, some where it could grow. I mean, when I chatted to people are kind of like, I could see that. I could absolutely see that. So, you've got to dream big, haven't you? So why not have the Love franchise taking over, local high streets near you or far away from you, go wherever you go. Because lots of people are doing staycations these days. So wouldn't it be great if you take your Love Reigate card and you're down in Wales or something, and you pop in there and you want to go and support local businesses there? So, why not? So I think that's the long-term plan, and that's the dream and the goal, I think. And we'll see where we get along that journey. Kind of exciting to have something big.
Exactly. Not without saying too much, but let's watch this space and see what happens next year. Who knows? Without saying it, there may be a Love Dorking. Who knows? Anyway, and it's beneficial for us. So with everyone as well, as a business person and then as a customer. And if anyone does want to get involved, obviously as a business, they can contact you. And also, if they want to get a Love Reigate card, because obviously once they've got a Love Reigate card, there's events coming up. Well, they'll straight away, get that money back of savings that they'll get. And we all, for that, you know, £5 a month. If they were to do that now, they're going to save a little bit at the next markets. And with Dapper&Suave, all you need to do, if you don't come to our events, is contact us with your Love Reigate card, and then we'll send you our promo code. So I know that some people just give out that promo code, but we like to, it's just so that the customers know a bit more about us as well, which is great. So yeah, that was a really, really good chat. Really good to see you. I know that you've just been away and on holiday with the family. So yeah, we're back tomorrow. The last one tomorrow, and that's with Red Fred Stories. Really looking forward to talking to her. What she does is quite unique, so which we love, as curated by Dapper&Suave. So we'll pop this onto our IGTV. It'll also go on to LinkedIn and also to our YouTube channel. So anyone there, all the details for Julian Love Reigate, you can contact him via his Instagram onto his website and find out a bit more. So great, really, really good to see you. And
yeah, you too, Jason.
Yeah, are you coming along to our November 14th event with the family?
It's in the diary, don't you worry.
Fantastic, cool, brilliant. So yeah, excellent. So cracking on with that. And there's the, as we've said about, there's the Barnet Solar Christmas Market, the 25th, and also our International Men's Day, which I'm so excited about. So you know, that's going to be a great event. So there we go. Great to speak to you, and I'll see you very, very soon. Take care.
Cheers, Jason. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.